Welcome you all to this 5-day online course on writing research paper and proposal. We shall start with writing a literature review. The review of literature is meant to gain insight on the topic and gain knowledge on the availability of data and other materials on the theme of proposed area of research. This will help in framing research questions to be investigated. With the spread of information technology, one can access a large volume of literature through internet. In the first slide, you can see literature review written in paragraph, quoting studies in chronological order. I have taken these paragraphs from a manuscript titled A Study on Work Conflict in a District in Tamil Nadu. First two paras say that the studies used structural equation model. The first study used a national survey of the changing workforce, NSCW data. This study is done using US data, that is large sample survey report. The developed countries literature being cited in a study conducted for one district in Tamil Nadu. So how far this literature review related to this study is the main question. Here I would like to say that most PhD candidates give the least priority to the review chapter or review section with the result that they come up with a number of paragraphs quoting studies in chronological order. They start with author names and years in brackets. They do not critically link them to the current research problem or research issues. The literature review may be classified into two types. First, literature relating to the concepts and theory, and second, empirical literature consisting of findings in quantitative terms by studies conducted in the area. This will help in framing research questions to be investigated. There are three occasions or places where the review of literature would be finding place in a thesis as well as in a paper. These are: first time, when the problem decided to be investigated is being stated in the first chapter in case of thesis, first section in case of paper and proposal. Second time, in second chapter, when the entire literature on empirical literature can be thematically sequenced to give the reader with a running account of investigations made by authors. This should be like a review paper. Third time, in the last chapter or section on conclusions, where your findings must be juxtaposed with those of the authors referred to in literature review chapter or section, and some additional work which might have since appeared in published form. First, we shall see how literature review should be in the introduction section. The introduction section is not the place to do a long literature review. This will be in brief, that is not so much detail. I would suggest that this may draw mainly from theoretical literature. We shall see how the theoretical review should be in the introduction section. There should be tight link between the theoretical literature being cited and what the study is trying to do. Here, right theory has been picked up. The theory and the argument the paper built on is an appropriate one. Lewis' surplus labor theory is one of the pioneering growth models for developing countries, and a lot have been said both in favor and against the theory in this section. Next, we shall see how literature review should be in the literature review chapter or section. This section should basically consist of two parts, both of which should be brief. The first section should discuss previous research that is directly relevant to your paper. It is not necessarily to cite every single paper on the topic. The review need not only be topical, but can include research that employs the same methods you are using, analyzes a similar model, uses the same data set, etc. This is simply to demonstrate your familiarity with scholarly work on your topic. In the second section, you should explain your contribution in more detail. You should discuss how your approach is different from what has been done before. Is it new data? Is it a new model? A new strategy? Specifically comparing how you are improving on a previous paper is useful. Are your findings relevant for a population or institutional environment that is different from previous work? And could this be the reason your findings differ? These are the questions you must answer before writing the second section. The third time or third place where the review of literature would be finding place in a thesis or paper is on the last chapter or section on conclusions. In this section, the findings of others with your own findings, agreeing with some, disagreeing with others, should be juxtaposed. The don'ts and do's of writing a literature review. Let us see some suggestions for points to cover in the literature review section. Current literature. The synopsis or paper should be based on a sufficiently large review of current empirical literature and must review the publications of the past 5 years in important journals of the subject. The literature review section should not be mere description of several articles. Do not title your literature review section literature review. Discuss the issue under suitable heading and give the citations within brackets. There should not be one paragraph for one author. Citations. Literature review in most places should not start with author name, year in brackets. You should not give much space for single author. Actually, the review is supposed to be written like a review paper where the issues covered in the present research have to be critically examined and supporting and dissenting views of other scholars have to be used to support what is being researched. Finally, one has to come down from the literature review to say how his or her work is a contribution to research literature. This is a most obvious segment to which the usefulness of this procedure should raise no doubt. Thank you.